Hey, wow, great to see all you guys here tonight. Love the fact that you're here. Some of you have been here for a long time, chatting away. You show up early. I just saw Joe Bennett just show back, and he's something about eating tacos. I see the Cables are here, and the Olivers. A ton of you kids. Fantastic to have you guys with us. We've got another 4 or 5 weeks of soul food online before the end of the summer. We are just starting tonight a brand new series called Apologetics, and it's with Matt Chandler, who is a pastor of a church in Dallas, Texas, called the Village Church. And we're going to be answering some of the tough questions about God and Christianity over the next few weeks. I want you to watch this little trailer video, and you'll get an idea of where we're headed.
I was born with broken bones. The doctors actually broke my bones, taking me out of the womb. I went through so much suffering and pain, it was hard for me to believe that there is even a God.
I was the new kid at the school, and I was getting made fun of. There was so much I can take, then I just blew up.
I had known this kid, and so I was going to try to share the gospel with him. And he was like, oh, I don't believe in that garbage, because everyone who believes in that is stupid. And that's when I was like, okay, like I shouldn't ever try to do this again.
I was so sick of Christians because they were always rude, I just couldn't take it anymore. The only thing I had to relate with Christian people was bad things.
I was on fire for God. Then all of a sudden it just hit me. Facts started kicking in. I started taking classes about evolution, classes learned about different religions, and it kind of left my mind confused.
A lot of my friends, a lot of them may be atheists or have other religions. I hesitate telling my ideas because of the fear that they might know more than me.
The reality is that life on a fallen world almost guarantees that you and I are going to suffer. Now, the good news for you and I is that God has not abandoned us. They made fun of Jesus and mocked him. They made fun of the apostles, mocked them. It's not uncommon for us to feel foolish and ill-equipped to share the gospel with people in a way that they are hungry for it. Science and faith are not at odds with one another, and we can both rejoice in the fact that the world has natural laws and that our God is bigger than those natural laws. Here's the good news. God saves, and there's no one whose heart is so hard that God can't open it with the gospel of Jesus.
All right, so that gives you an idea of where we're headed from here. I think we're going to talk about some tough questions, and if you put your heart into it, you're going to learn some stuff that will help you out in the future or right now if you happen to be wrestling with some of those. Yes, during the trailer, we started a giveaway for some pizza this week. Let me be super clear. Listen, when we do a giveaway, you can write your name as many times as you want, but you can only enter it once. So if you write exclamation mark pizza tonight, just one time is good, and you're entered. If you wrote that in 1,000 times, you would still only be entered once. So you're just kind of wasting your breath. But anyways, it's good to see some of you are very, very excited about pizza. Go ahead and type exclamation mark pizza in, and we'll get a winner for that in just a second. While you're doing that, I want to share with you a few things. First is we have got back together events coming up on this Sunday night, July 5th, and the following Sunday night, July 12th. The 5th is for high school students, and the 12th is for middle school students. Those are going to be in the core from 5 to 7. We've got all the chairs spaced out, one chair every 6 feet. So we're going to keep you guys spaced out. And we ask that every single one of you guys brings and wears a mask. In fact, that's the only reason that many families are comfortable sending their young people is because we've told them that we will all be wearing masks. Masks are funny because they're kind of like seatbelts that you wear for everybody else. And they're not fun. In fact, no one that wears a mask enjoys wearing a mask. We all hate them equally. But it's something that you do to protect the folks around you. And for that reason, we're all going to wear masks. We'll be inside. We'll be spaced out. We've got some great games planned for you. We've got a bunch of cool prizes we're going to give away. And we've got individual bags of food that we will, our adults will serve you guys one at a time at your seats. We think it's going to be a blast to be together and hang out with each other after so long apart. So that is coming right up. Also, you need to know that in our Duke's online store, we've got some fantastic GHC students apparel. There are cool t-shirts. These are the softest t-shirts in the world from Bella Canvas. They're really inexpensive. And the link for our online store is it's in our Instagram bio. It's only open until the 12th of July, so you want to get there and order some stuff. There's a cool hoodie. I love hoodies. It's a little warm right now, but you're going to wish you had one in the fall. So go ahead and get there and get some stuff. Okay, now it's time to let Streamlabs pick a winner. So I'm going to close entries and click pick a winner. And that winner has won recently, so I'm going to scrub that and click again. Adam Grunch is tonight's pizza winner. That is going to come your way, but why don't you go ahead and email amanda@graceheartland.org, and she will get your address and get a pizza out to you. Cool. We're going to do something else now and switch. It is time for worship battles, and oh yeah, we did 2 worship battles last week. Tonight it's going to be Rattle versus No Longer Slaves versus There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do. So 3 worship songs going at it. I want you to watch this video clip of these 3 songs, and we'll Cool. So we're back with worship battles. Never before in the history of, well, in my history, have there been so many buttons to push and things to remember at the same time. This is like taking years off people's lives trying to do church this way. So I'm going to bring up, you're going to vote for those songs by typing in !vote and then a space and either Rattle or No Longer, crammed together with no space because apparently we can't allow spaces. No Longer, or space Nothing. So that's Rattle or No Longer Slaves or Nothing That Our God Can't Do. That's what you're going to do to vote. I see some of you guys voting already. While you guys are voting, let me show you something else that's coming up. And that is let's get rid of the worship battles because that's just a little crazy. On Sunday morning, August 2nd, at 9 a.m., we're going to have in-person small groups. You'll report to the gym, and we'll get you guys situated in some small groups, and we can be face-to-face. It will be really cool to do that. Again, we'll do masks, and we'll be spaced out and stuff, but we'll have a chance to be together. If you can't make it that day, if your family is not comfortable sending you into crowds just yet, and we know that's reality for many of you, we're going to make sure that we have a way to Zoom you in to a group too. So just because we start doing something in person does not mean we're going to leave you stranded if you are still at home. We're trying to come up with ways to care for both kinds of you at the same time. So we'll make that happen, and we hope that you will be with us for that. Let's get rid of that. In the meantime, our Sunday small groups are happening each Sunday morning on Zoom at 9 a.m. Don't stop that. It's like lots of things that maybe is not quite as good as the real thing. We need to still go ahead and keep meeting together on Zoom until we can meet together at the same time. I don't know what's not, like cheap chocolate is not as good as real Hershey's chocolate, but if you're really jonesing for chocolate, cheap chocolate will do the trick. And Zoom will still get us by until, I'm just rambling right now, aren't I? Okay, let's stop that. Cool, so the next thing we're going to do is let you know who won. There's Nothing That Our God Can't Do is the winner of the poll. I'm going to close the poll. Thank you guys for voting. That's really cool. So the very first week we did it, King of Glory beat out The Blessing and Graves into Gardens and Waymaker. I'm still angry about that. And those 3 songs, I guarantee, are coming back in the finals. The second week, The Oceans, beat out Echo and Glorious Day and Reckless Love. Like, who's going to beat Oceans anyways? And last week, Nothing Else beat out What a Beautiful Name and Build My Life. And then tonight, Nothing That Our God Can't Do is our winner. So we're going to keep moving toward the end of the summer where we'll have like quarterfinals or semifinals or, that kind of thing. But we are bringing back some of my favorite songs. We're going to give them one more chance. It wasn't fair. They got knocked out in the first week. All right, so we're going to put that vote away. And you got tonight's winner. After tonight, we're going to do big breakout groups. There'll be one big high school group and one big middle school group. The links for those Zoom groups are in the description of this video. If you're watching right now on YouTube, you can just click the little arrow and expand the description, and there you have a link and a password to get in your groups. And we'll spend about 15 or at the most 20 minutes in those groups discussing and praying together. Right now, we are going to jump into a segment that we do every week called Getting to Know You. And tonight, we're going to get to know Mackenzie Blank. Here's a funny thing, that her name is spelled with a C. Her last name ends with a C. And for the longest time, I thought, well, that's kind of French. I bet it's Mackenzie Blanc. And so for years, I called Mackenzie Blanc. And then someone told me one day, and I was like, no, that's wrong. It's Mackenzie Blanc. It's French. And they were like, no, you're saying it wrong. It's Mackenzie Blanc. And so for years, I said your name wrong, Mackenzie, and I'm super sorry. But I've got it now. And I'm so excited. I hope this makes it up to you a little bit that tonight we're getting to know Mackenzie Blank, not Blanc. We asked her what's her most used app, and she said it's Instagram. Good, she's on the Instas. Her favorite band is Pearl Jam. Go Eddie Vedder. What is your dream job? It is to be a musician. Her go-to shoe brand are the Vans. Place that she wants to travel most is Venice, Italy. Oh, it would be so beautiful to go there. Her favorite movie is A Walk to Remember. Favorite cheese of all time, which is the best question ever, Asiago. Asiago cheese. And if you could eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Steak. She's paleo. Steak eater. What's the most useless talent that you have? She's really good at throwing a football. She can blaze a football by you. What is the dumbest way that you've ever been injured? She accidentally kicked a wall and hurt her foot. What type of an animal would your animal sidekick be? And she chose a tiger. Tigers have been really hot this summer. Lots of tigers. And what's one thing most people don't know about you? Mackenzie hates feet. She doesn't even like her own feet. Does not like feet. So keep your feet away from her. More than 6 feet away from Mackenzie Blank. Anyways, Mackenzie, it's been super cool getting to know you tonight a little bit more. Thank you for helping us out with this. And we're going to say goodbye, Mackenzie. All right. Give it up for Mackenzie. Okay. We are moving on. One final thing. As we get ready to move into tonight's worship song, I was thinking about the lyrics of it. And it starts out talking about someone searching the world for fulfillment or contentment or for happiness, like just trying out a lot of different things that are available out there in the world to try to find contentment, and they're not finding it. And I'm not sure if you're old enough or maybe you're too young to have ever felt that way before. Like maybe you had a boyfriend or girlfriend and you thought, this is just going to be perfect. Like I've arrived. Everything's going to be great. I'm going to just be happy all the time because I have a boyfriend or girlfriend. And you started to feel like, oh, you know what? It's not all it was cracked up to be. Or maybe you look forward to the excitement of just playing video games with your friends. And you've got your troop of close friends. And it's so exciting and fun to play video games together. And that's the thing you really look forward to all day long. Maybe you felt like if you're old enough to have gotten your first car already, or you got a brand new iPhone when it came out, or a brand new Android, something cool when it came out, or you've been looking forward to getting to graduation day. Like that car, that phone, or that achievement would mean things would just be okay. I finally arrived. I'm just content by that. But if you're like me and you've looked forward to those things and then been let down by them, you realize that those moments are fun, but they fade. They don't last forever. Like my own struggles have been throughout my life with trying to sometimes achieve things that just not everybody could do or not everybody could achieve. And like inside, I told myself that if I achieved the right things, that I was special or I was valuable or I was worthy, and trying to be fulfilled by achieving things. Or trying to get material possessions that would be so fun or so exciting that they would just keep a lasting sense of life is great in me. Or having so many friends that I felt like I always would have options and I would never have to feel alone or be alone. Maybe you've experienced this already, but those things don't last. It's like a great steak meal that is just wonderful and the best and enjoyable. But 12 hours later, you're hungry again. It wasn't meant to last forever. And sometimes we treat fulfillment in life like that. But the thrill of being popular, or the thrill of a new phone or a boyfriend or girlfriend or something, it all wears off eventually. It doesn't last. And so the song lyric tonight, it moves from this search for getting contentment in just earthly things to the fulfillment that can only be found in God. And the song goes again and again, there's nothing better than you, God. There's nothing better than you. Psalm 63:3 says, your unfailing love is better than life itself. It's even better than all the rest of life. It's better than excitement. It's better than pleasure. It's better than acceptance. It's better than getting new stuff or a good job or straight A's. Have you gotten to the point in your life where you've said, God, you are better than everything else? You're above everything else in my life. Nothing is better than you, God. And there's nothing that I want more than you. If you haven't gotten there, I hope that you do. And I hope that this song tonight at least makes you consider that. Can your heart say to God, there is nothing better than you? Tonight as we go into a worship song, I want to ask you, don't just watch it, which would be easy to just fall into. Don't just watch it. Even if it's silently from your heart, I want you to make these song lyrics your praise and your prayer to God tonight. Let's join Mike and Chelsea and Graham in worship. There is nothing better than God.
And I searched the world, but it couldn't fill me. Man's empty praise and treasures of fame are never enough. You came along and put me back together, and every desire is now satisfied here in your love. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing better than you. Oh, there's nothing, and nothing is better than you. And I'm not afraid to show you my weakness, my failures and flaws. Lord, you've seen them all, and you still call me friend. 'Cause the God of the mountain is the God of the valley. There's not a place your mercy and grace won't find me again. Oh, see